But these are just ideas to whet your appetite to want to go look at different avenues of why you should invest.
Yeah. So one of the ones that stuck out to me in the investment class, which again, Michael has been explaining to me for the past umpteen years, but the one that was most attractive to me was the 1031 exchange. So what that means is, to my understanding, correct me if I'm wrong, because I know I might get this wrong. A 1031 exchange allows you to resell the current rental, whatever profit you make from that, invest it into another property within that same year, so that you can defer capital gains tax. Can you explain what capital gains is?
So long-term capital gains, there's long-term and short-term capital gains tax, but long-term capital gains tax is typically an asset that's been owned over a year, either a stock or anything that you own. You bought it and you sold it for a profit, and whatever the delta between what you bought and sold it for, so you bought it for 100 and you sold it for 150 because you fixed it, that 50,000 that you increased the value, that is considered it's called long-term capital gains that you end up paying taxes on, which is different than your earned income. And so if you can defer that, you don't lose that money. So I think depending on, what year when you're listening to this, it can be about 25%. So that means like a quarter out of every dollar that you earn, you have to give to the government, which is not attractive, because the whole point of why you're doing this is to try to raise some funds, right?
Yeah.
So you want to think about long-term you want to think about capital gains. And so a 1031 exchange, basically, same scenario, you bought it for 100, sold it for 150. If you put that 50,000 back into another real estate asset in a prescribed time period, which is typically 6 months to a year, then the gains get rolled into that property and you defer actually paying the taxes on it. So in theory, you could indefinitely keep rolling those in where you don't have to pay them initially.